I like to make it clear why I do what I do and why I say what I say. I don't play games. This is the types of things that were being said to me. Not only this right here is just my general chat, so I'm assuming that the people who are saying it here are okay with it. But I was also getting PMs with the same thing you'll see later, because everybody thought it was directed at me, and I don't know. I don't actually care, so I didn't really look into it. I just assumed they were correct, and there you go. The word on the street, well, Discord, is that he's coming for you. Road trip. And yeah, I'll worry about NNR when I see him, because that's Earl. We call Earl NNR, or at least I do, if I'm not calling him Earl. Until then, he's a known liar, so I won't care much what he says. And then there's this. So this is apparently this is from Bunny Boots Discord server. News Now Houston last Friday at 4:30. Stop being the chicken shit coward you are. Post your video and let's get to war. I'm ready. Oh, or did you want to wait for my trip to Sacramento? Everything is already in place and ready. Let's get this party started. And then at 4:33, let me know when you're ready to play. Meantime, my reply begins in a week. And then last Friday at 10:54 p.m., what you are seeing here isn't criticism, it's an attack, not for the sake of attack, but because Mr. Ego thinks this will stop me, thinks this will hurt me. It won't do either. It will boost me when I start responding to it, and I'll have videos for months from this. And I'll still go forward with my state complaint and the lawsuit. It's already in motion. Got a lawyer in Sacramento lining it all up. There's no stopping it now or me. And I'll get to go after the fusion centers and a crooked cop to boot. It's a win-win-win for me. All they've done so far is give me the ammunition I need to get them. I'm loving it. So he's not mentioning any names. And you're going to see why my confusion isn't unfounded. And so I ask, what video am I supposed to repost? And nobody knows. Anyway, so then we are going to look at this. I posted this is from my Ramblin' While Amblin' video this morning. Somebody was kind enough to have captured this. I don't know why they captured this. I don't know. I really don't know. It wasn't me. I don't know why they thought to capture this, but they did. So great. John, you're a dirtbag that needs mental evaluation. You know I'm coming to Sacramento to meet the lawyer I hired for the Mr. Ego lawsuit and bar complaint. I honestly, until today, didn't know who Mr. Ego was. So, I have never made any threats against your paranoid dumbass. Get help, John. You seriously need it. These wild accusations you make are sad and demonstrate your need for serious help. Your fixation with me is comical. Seriously, everyone I know loves to laugh at you and how Mr. Ego has played you. Go back to anonymity before all of this bites you in the butt, as it has so many others. Aside from all the spelling errors we've been seeing, and the stupidity of thinking you can go back to anonymity, I don't know how Mr. Ego played me. Again, I had already outed myself before I outed myself again in response to Mr. Ego, who we haven't seen yet, but we'll see him. This is a picture. This is from Bunny Boots Discord server. Old John is now claiming I'm coming to Sacramento to get him. This is hilarious since he's fully aware my purpose there is to meet the lawyer I hired for the lawsuit against Mr. Ego and wife. Oh, Mr. Ego and wife. And to do a bar complaint. Old John needs psych help, and I'm not the only one of that mindset. That was today at 8:43 from whoever took that picture. About an hour later, apparently. Old John is an attention whore. He needs to be in the center, and when he's not getting the attention he seeks, he throws tantrums. He was screaming at me one evening because I wouldn't acknowledge him. He is unimportant. Hence, I don't bother with him. Really, for the most part, everyone I know just laughs at him. And I'm sure this comment will enrage him more, and he'll go after me even more, which will just amuse me further. I love how fixated he is on me. He is. Cannot do a video without saying my name. It's really kind of pathetic. Okay. I made a lot of videos where I don't talk about you. I think I've already made the point that you're a flat out liar. You lied about the gun. You've lied about the rape. You've lied about being a federal agent. You've lied about having PTSD from your military service. I mean, there's really nothing that you haven't lied about. So you said you were an ex-cop. I mean, you've said all sorts of just pure lies. So my question on, this is confusing to me, and I hope everyone out there can understand, but there are jurisdictional issues, venue, jurisdiction. If you're going to sue someone, typically it's either where the harm happened or where they live that is going to be the right jurisdiction and venue. So you can't sue someone in Sacramento if they live in, say, Los Angeles or the Los Angeles area. You'd have to actually sue them either where the harm took place. So maybe like if the Texas long arm statutes will allow it, maybe you could sue them in Texas, but probably you're going to have to sue them. Probably you're going to have to sue them in the area that they live, because that's where venue is most likely to be appropriate, and that's where jurisdiction is most likely to be appropriate. I'm not going to go into all that, but let's just say that if you were in Texas when the harm happened and they were in Los Angeles when the harm happened, you're not going to be able to sue them in Sacramento. That's just ridiculous. And hiring a lawyer in Sacramento to sue someone in Los Angeles is also ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as hiring a lawyer from, Michigan to sue someone in Texas. I mean, you could do it, but you might as well hire someone in Los Angeles to sue somebody in Los Angeles. And to make a bar complaint, well, first of all, you can make the complaint online. So you can make it online. You could make a phone call. You could do all sorts of fun stuff. But if you are actually going to walk in for whatever reason, you would go to San Francisco, which is not Sacramento, or you would go to Los Angeles. But again, if you want to make a complaint against an attorney, the easiest way to do it, since you have access to YouTube, you can just get a form. You go to forms, and there are attorney complaint forms. You can fill it out and send it in. You can mail it in. You can, I think you could just, attorney complaint form. I guess you have to email it in or mail it in or something. But you don't have to go to Sacramento. So, I mean, maybe you have some genius plan, and that's fine. But I'm sure that a reasonable, rational person can understand why the people in my Discord were believing that you were coming after me, because apparently Mr. Ego is Philippe Hemming, who I'm sure is just shaking in his boots over the biggest known liar in this community threatening a lawsuit against him. I mean, so here's a helpful hint to people out there. I know that it scares people to hear they're going to be sued. It has a different effect on a lawyer. We don't really get that concerned over it. It's literally what we do for a living. It's like telling a plumber that you're going to take a big turd in his toilet and clog it up. And he's going to be like, well, that's a shitty thing to do, but okay. You're not going to, it's like telling a mechanic that you pulled his spark plugs. He's going to be like, that's a shitty thing to do, but okay. You're really not going to ruin an attorney. And I know that Hemming isn't an attorney, but he is conveniently married to one. And as good or bad as you may think she is a fully qualified attorney. You're not going to scare her by threatening to sue her. You might scare her. I think a bar complaint would actually be, that should scare her, but I don't think you'll scare her over suing her. Maybe you will. Maybe she did something wrong. Maybe you could prove it. I don't know. But boy, you better have your ducks in a row. So anyway, that's the backstory for the people who like the drama. Yeah, so I just don't like to leave hanging chads, as it were. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.